So my project was also on the green roof, but it was more the insect aspect and like their role on the roof. Okay, so my problem statement was Drew has a green roof, but not a lot of people know much about the roof and like why it's beneficial, and a lot of people aren't able to visit it unless you were in the garden elective. So I wanted to do research on the insect biodiversity and then share the results with the Drew community. And like the group before me said, previous research showed that green roofs are beneficial for the environment, and that they also promote biodiversity and are like a space for native insects to live in. Okay, so I worked with Lieve Dierks, who's a biologist from the ZHAW University in Switzerland, and we came up with a plan that she had done previously a couple years prior. So I created 10 traps on the Drew green roof and 4 on some test plots that she had made. And all the test plots were seeded with native plants. And so I was going to collect from the traps a total of 3 times with 2 weeks in between each collection. And once I had all of my insects collected, I was going to send it to an entomologist in Germany, and then he was going to give my results back to the specific types of insects on the roof, and I was going to make a pamphlet showcasing the species and the ecosystem of the Drew rooftop. Okay, so I made my traps, and it was made from 2 cups and a solution of 5% vinegar and a little bit of detergent, and I would just pour it in there, put it in the ground, and the idea was the bugs were just gonna like fall into it while they were walking. And so each time I collected, I refilled them again with the mixture, and then I waited another 2 weeks before collecting again. And then I had to sort them, which was like a little challenging at times because it was hard to like tell what was a bug or not. As you can see, it was just like a giant clump. And then I put them in ethanol alcohol to preserve them, put them in little plastic test tubes, and then I sent them to Germany. The successes I had was each time I collected, there would be more and more bugs, which I think part of that was just spring. And there were some obstacles with like timing, but ultimately I was able to collect it 3 times and send it to Germany. And yeah. And the biggest challenge I think was just Anthony emailed me one day that all of the tests or all of the traps were like completely uprooted and scattered around. And it turned out that the crows figured out where the traps were, and so that made it so I had to wait another 2 weeks, so it messed up my timing. And I had to like cut chicken wire, put it in the ground so the crows couldn't get it. Another challenge was just that I needed like so much vinegar, a lot more than I realized, and I had to like, I didn't realize how much I needed, and I ran out a couple times and I had to go get some. Another one was just finding free time to work, because at one point our senior block period was filled with like working on Deal, so I couldn't work then. And I also was helping with the musical after school, so I had to like come in early a lot of times. And also it was hard coordinating schedules with either Anthony or Sergio to let me up onto the roof. Also because of just the crows and, well, the crows, yeah, like really like messed up my timeline, so I was worried I wasn't going to be able to send the bugs, but I did. But because I sent them later than I wanted to, I haven't gotten the results yet. But that's okay, in terms of leadership, it was like all up to me to find time where I could work while also just like doing normal school. So I had to like coordinate schedules and like contact people, and like during deal week I like emailed a bunch of people because I needed someone to check on the drafts while I was in Oregon, and I also had to like get all the materials myself. I mean, like a lot of times because I needed it like right at that very moment. So like I had to go get chicken wire during school. I had to like get vinegar, and like sometimes the grocery store wouldn't have any, so I had to like grab some from like my mom's laundry thing. But yeah. Personal growth. So although I haven't received any of the data on the species, I've just become a lot more involved in like recognizing the role that each insect or spider like plays on the ecosystem of the rooftop. And like, for example, like there were so many roly-polies, and I feel like before I didn't think of their role at all. I just thought they were there. But like now I know that they like get rid of, or like they decompose things. And yeah, like I've just become like a lot more excited, and like I'll see bumblebees and I see them like pollinating, and it excites me, and I'm excited to share my pamphlet once I have it with the rest of the Drew community, and hopefully like next year with Mary and her biology class, she can like involve the roof and the ecosystem of the roof. Yes. Super big thank you to Anthony Lynn and Sergio Peralta, because they always had to let me on the roof and watch me the whole time. So they were really like helpful with just coordinating times, and also of course like Mary Kerr and Lee Dierks for supporting me. And yeah, that's it.